I watched a documentary on Netflix recently called The Turning Point, and it talks about the US administration's decision to go into Afghan and Iraq and wage this war in terrorism. It becomes more contextual because of the rise of Taliban in Afghanistan, and that's where this was a 20-year long war which US fought. In one of the episodes, one of the sergeants, the major, he's telling the troops that now comes the hardest part. Now these troops have been deployed there. They've seen all good, bad, and ugly, and they're prepared for the next battle with the enemy. And the major tells them that now comes the most, the hardest part. And everybody naturally asks that, okay, which is the next deployment? Which area of Afghanistan? What remote? What hilly area? Or whatever that is. He says, it's time to go home, and everybody's surprised that how come going back home could be the hardest part. And only later they realized that why the major was saying that is because you've spent enough time fighting a war, losing people, having bad memories, having these experiences you've created somewhere, and your mind kind of tends to take ownership of that it is your responsibility, it becomes your war in the end, and you don't remain the person you were when you entered the war, at the time when you're leaving the war. So you are a different person, and you carry those experiences with you back home, and that's the hardest bit. If they're unpleasant experiences, memories, then it becomes really hard. And wars don't usually end up in good experiences. So what struck me, I was reflecting on that, is that we got to choose our own battles, because the hardest part would be going home, going back to whatever we were doing earlier. And it was really surreal hearing those soldiers say that the hardest part is always going home. Think about it. Thanks.